Today we will be. That's what sounds like fun. There you go. You didn't hear that echo. Very professional. Hello. Today I'll be reading out the story for the Afterschool Hero and the Fantastic Boyfriends, which is a crossover for a game that was never fully translated to English. So we're both gonna be lost here, even more so than usual. But with that said, let's have fun and check it out. Yeah, let's start with the prologue. Today, the chapter structure is a bit weird here, with part 3 seeming to be the longest. The only reason I know this is because, you know, when the event first came out, I just began the quests but skipped them. But as a result, I can see how long the quests are in the memory section. And part 3 seems to be 4 parts long, which is interesting. So, for this story, I am going to be actually only having 3 playthroughs, so each of them are going to be quite lengthy. The first part today will be covering the prologue and the first 2 chapters, and the day after, tomorrow, I'll be doing part 3, which is quite lengthy, I think, just in terms of how it's divided. And what's it called? Part 3 for the day after that will be covering chapter 5 and 4 and the epilogue. Forgive me for not having some thingamabobs quite ready yet. Let me just pull it out. Where do I keep my things? Music. And here we are. I believe it should be grinding. Yeah, sure, let's play this music. Alright, we are beginning. You want to go away. You want to fly far, far away from this confining world. Honestly, kind of true. Hey Kato, hey August, and hey Master Kade. I think you're new actually. Unless I can't, I just failed to recognize you, in which case, sorry. You want to wander among the crowds of a city you've never visited before, surrounded by unfamiliar words. You want to walk through tall grass and mystical groves with someone by your side. You want to dive into a brand new world with your heart beating to the rhythms of both excitement and anxiety. Hey, Prisma. Looks like we have a good handful of people joining us in the beginning. Thank you. Hope you guys enjoy the story, if you haven't read it yet. You want to pack a set of clothes and equipment and venture out to discover a new you. Even now, your inner self is crying out, yearning to travel to locations you have never experienced before. This is a place far from Tokyo, a place in which the world tree, Yggdrasil, reaches for the heavens while binding the land together with its roots. Around this great tree exist many worlds. The human realm, Midgard, the fire realm, Muspelheim, the Ice Realm, Niflheim, the Elf Realm, Alfheim, the Dwarf Realm, Svartalfheim. And far above all of them, beyond the clouds, lies the Icier Realm of Asgard, where the Citadel of Valhalla sits. Oh my god, that was testing my pronunciation like hell. It is here, upon the skyborn island, where the legend of a bridge that can span worlds originates. It is believed to be a rainbow, branching out to innumerable destinations. There is someone standing at the far end of this rainbow now. You can see someone very similar to you, but who has chosen a different life path to your own. You reach out for them, wishing to speak to them face to face. And that is all it takes for your new adventure to begin. What the? As the light surrounding the young man fades, a very familiar cityscape fills his vision. In the distance, he sees the red radio tower built in the last century, the iconic symbol of Tokyo. That's Tokyo Tower. It's gotta be. Wait, how did I end up back here? The young man, who until mere moments ago had been in a fantasy world, cannot help but voice his astonishment out loud. However, a quick glance around is enough to convince him that this isn't the city as he remembers it. This Tokyo lacks any trace of the cataclysmic events in his memory. It is almost as if time had been rewound to just before half the city was razed. The young man reminisces about some of his fondest memories from before he left Tokyo behind. His grip on the device in his hand tightens as his mind flooded with memories. What is going on? Did I go back in time, or... He scans his surroundings again, this time turning to face the massive structure looming over him. This structure is known as the Tower of Babel in this Tokyo. The young man stares up at it, awestruck, feeling as if this impressive construct is calling to him. Is it Babel or Babel? That's... What? As the young man touches the tower's door, lines of bright light begin to course across the surface of the massive building. This is like... The young man knows of something like this. He calls to mind another tower so tall that it can touch the stars in the sky. So, if you guys remember in the canon, the Promised Land, in that story, the Tower of Babel was actually revealed to be a bridge across worlds in a way. That didn't include the 23 competing worlds. I forget most of the details, but I think that was the most important part of it. Warmongers and, what's it called? The rule makers going all out. No invaders in sight, though. Around it, an intense battle is raging. It is a scene from apocalyptic legend. Every last one of the combatants here is a champion who represents the legends and mythology of a single world. Hey, it me. Am I representative of Tokyo? No, probably not. I'm in exile. These champions are fighting over a lone individual who has entered the tower. Is this during canon? Though they ought to be chasing after their prize, they instead find themselves locked in battle, vying to get ahead of one another. There's only one time we went inside the tower, and that was during canon, so... Maybe there's just another time we went in. At last, I understand! How could I have overlooked something so vital? I have an elite understanding of the law, and I am most versed in the rules of the governing world. How is it that only just now I am unraveling the truth behind this rule, upon which this Tokyo is founded? Do Michael and Amaterasu already know this? Have they known all along? Are they aware of the truly sinister nature of the conflict-inflicting system of this Tokyo, and the prize prepared within? This warrior, with the head of a bird of prey, speaks aloud to himself deliberately, as if to help organize his own thoughts. This world, this Tokyo, is connected to 23 other worlds, including my home Aru, via gates. And we, the 23 world representatives, have been summoned here to do battle. We eagerly set out for the battlefield after each of us was shown a glimpse of our greatest desire, the ultimate prize. I myself joined the fray in hopes of being reunited with someone important to me, so that I might finally find closure. It is lamentable, however, that all our prizes have been crammed in a single being. I consider this little more than a cruel twist of fate at first, a means of forcing us to fight over the same trophy. What? Okay, so we aren't innately the... Okay, I think the exile in us is somehow the trophy, and that's why everyone seems to be fighting over one, because even though the worlds have different motivations, we contain all of their individual motivations, aka the exiles. That's my best guess right now. It is only when one takes into account of the system of this Tokyo that the true intention behind it all becomes apparent. All 23 of our prizes possessed a rule that could sever worlds, and a rule of a wanderer fated to be exiled. However, this Tokyo does not allow two individuals to share the same role and rule. So, what if all of those identities were consolidated into a single being? Just who is this Arathan exactly? Could he be an exile from another world? If so... Horace now thinks of one individual in particular he has encountered in this Tokyo. This person reminds him vividly of his uncle, though not a single aspect is shared between the two. Of course, my beloved uncle's memories are carried on by Arathan. In which case, the world the vessel is fated to be exiled from must be the... At that moment, Horace and the other world representatives turned to look up at the sky. The Tower of Babel shines bright, as though summoning every star in the cosmos to itself. Oh no, someone has violated the taboo of this game. Alice sighs as she thinks of the person who charged into the tower. As one of the administrators of the game, she cannot help but lament the individual's decision. As she does, stars begin to rain down from the sky. There are some things in this world that ought not to be meddled with, else this world will shatter and fade like a dream upon waking. This is the end. The game's restarting is all but assured now. Is this another loop? Oh, okay, well that's not a surprise, now that I think about it. Most events are in another loop. Oh boy, the stars are falling again! No! 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 Wait, what did Horace say? I'm coming, Uncle! Nice. As ruins fall upon the city of Tokyo, Horace rushes into the tower in pursuit of someone. Chasing after his uncle? Did the protagonist run in? I mean, we already established that, but I thought it just happened. More light shoots into the sky as the boy, now looking very pale, touches the walls of the tower. In an instant, the young man's consciousness is absorbed into the tower. It's me. What's going on? Who are you? Your voice overlaps with his as your mind begins to merge. It seems that you and this young man are both destined to be displaced from this Tokyo. Your forms turn to light, becoming one, until... Those are some crusty BGs. Look at all those artifacts. Oh well. You hit the ground hard, as though you've fallen right out from above the clouds. Ugh. Oh, now I wish I had more padding down there. What just happened? Still prone on the ground, you glance wildly around you. Something feels weird. Wait a minute. Your eyes catch the young man in a nearby mirror, and a second later you realize that you are staring at your own reflection. Somehow, you are now in the body of the young man. Strangely, you do not feel trapped in this body, nor do you feel as though you are controlling it from afar. It is as if the young man is moving this body exactly when and how you intend it to move. Perhaps that explains why you already feel accustomed to this form, though every aspect of it is unfamiliar to you. Contrary to logic, you and this young man are perfectly in sync. It is a very odd sensation, unlike anything you've experienced before. Why is everyone staring at me? Do I have something on my face? You suddenly realize that there's a crowd surrounding you. It seems to consist of nobles, knights, and soldiers, all dressed in medieval attire. You feel like you've been transported to a high fantasy novel. I guess I should switch my voice. Where am I? I should probably stand up. Huh? In the hand of this young man is a sword that feels perfectly molded into your grip. The blade seems to glitter, drawing astonished stares from the gathering crowd. Then, from behind a cluster of soldiers, a cheerfully rotund man dressed in a magnificent finery stepped forward. Greetings, I'm Klaus, King of Midgard. These are my people, my land. I see that you have pulled out the sword. Could it be? Are you the hero of legend? Is this another world? Cool. Let me guess. You're a quest giver. I'm getting some medieval fantasy game vibes. When the Demon King roams the land, the legendary hero who will vanquish the darkness and restore the light shall rise. Such is the tale that has been passed down for generations here in Midgard. But why now? For what reason has the hero come to be in Midgard at this time? As far as I am aware, the Demon King has yet to appear. Excuse me? What are you talking about? What's going on? The hero has been set in Midgard, far to the east. What can a mere human hope to accomplish? I, Orgus, captain of the Valinor Kingdom's Imperial Guard, will expose this weakling for what he is. This is an incredible honor. To think that I would be one of the chosen by the church to accompany the great hero of legend. For it not chosen one, for a soul will be with you soon. Or is taking Anubis' role or something? Where am I? Ugh, my head. The after-school hero and the fantastic boyfriends. Prologue. It's almost like we're in an isekai within an isekai, I know. Isekaiception. Alright, episode 1, part 1. Let's go. If anyone's actually played the original Fantastic Boyfriends, I haven't. Could you like? I'd appreciate it if you summarize what the story was. It could help with context, maybe. I don't really know the deal with the game at all. The official translated bit, I believe Irby did, but I never really asked him how that went. I didn't, of course, evidently. Oh, speaking of which, can't summarize of the potential spoilers for the next event. It's potential spoilers. Is it even spoilers if it came first? Wouldn't it just be like reference material at that point? Strange. I have the PDF art book things, but I actually don't know the game story. I can't believe the fucking crossover got translated before the official game. Like, LifeWonders, why? It could have been a good opportunity to translate the original game and then release it for, like, I don't know, reduced price of some kind. I'm sure they have the funds for it now. After ordering his retainers to clear the throne room, the king addresses the young man before him. Allow me to once again express my welcome, great hero. I am Klaus, King of Midgard. Would you be so kind as to tell me a little more about yourself? I do not mean to pry, of course. I ask out of simple curiosity. To have the hero of legend appear in my lifetime is enough to fill even these old bones with boyish excitement. Old? Aged like a fine wine, more like. What is that facial expression? The fuck? You flatter me. The figure of youth never fails to warm my heart. Tell me, hero, from where do you hail? Oh, I'm from... Why can't I remember? Come to think of it, I don't even know how I got here in the first place. My goodness, could it be that you have amnesia? Do you have no memory of your home? That's weird. You might not remember, but I do. I'm from Tokyo. No. I seriously can't remember anything. This can't be good. The young man seems quite shaken and is apparently unaware of your thoughts. Huh. Can't read it. If Karia is not available in my region. I see. I mean, you could probably download it legally from server, but I don't know. It's not exactly high pickings. It's okay, you're fine without reading it. Most of it will be explained, sorta, but not really. Okay. Amazing. I guess only the truly dedicated will learn Japanese and read it, just for this event. Come now, don't panic. Surely you must remember something, like, how about your name? It's Zara. Right, there's my name. Though it seems I can't remember anything else right now. Why? By the way, I know that his, like, Japanese name is Yuji, supposedly, but doesn't that just mean, like, hero or something in Japanese? So I thought it was kind of, like, Archie actually told me about that ahead of time and suggested I change my nickname to Yuji, but I was like, nah. So you're in an unknown land with no memories other than your own name. How frightening that must be. But rest assured, hero, for this land of Midgard, nay, I, Klaus, the King of Midgard, shall personally lend you whatever aid you require. Do not hesitate to ask me for anything you wish. I love you, Klaus. The hero of legend is a beacon of hope for my people. It is my duty as king to assist the one who shall take up that role. What's more, for some reason, I feel a strong sense of kinship with you. Almost as though we made a pact in some long-distant past. In some Japanese game that was never translated. My apologies. Pay no mind to the ramblings of this old man. Yeah, I figured that was the case, Irby. I mean, that's the case for a lot of games. They don't have official names, but they give a default name, and then that becomes the official name. Like Ness, he can change Ness's name, or Corrin, he can change Corrin's name for Final Fantasy, Fire Emblem series. But, you know, people think the default name is often the true name. Now then, Hero, what do you intend to do? But I'm pretty sure usually it's just like means hero or something. Well, let's see. I guess I'll look around and explore. I see. An admirably positive outlook. But do keep in mind that, should you require assistance, you are free to visit this castle anytime you like. By the way, if it is information you seek, there is one place you ought to visit. Probably the tavern. You'll find a tavern frequented by all kinds of adventurers in the castle town southwest of here. Perhaps someone there might have the answers you seek. Furthermore, there are many nations outside of Midgard, such as Valinor to the west. If you intend to head that way at some point, it might be wise to first gather some traveling companions at the tavern. Well, can I have a hug if I get rejected? Very well. I pray you find good fortune on your journey, hero of legend. You venture into the castle town. Whoa! This place is pretty lively. Lots of stores and lots of people. Hey, Technical Engineer and Kulin Bursty and a bunch of other no-names. I never thought I'd see the day. The future I dreamt of. The future fated to come to pass at the end of Ragnarok. It is here at last. All of the giants, the Aesir and Vanir, have left, and now humans flourish beneath the world tree. But what is this Valdor I keep hearing of? I do not remember there being such a place in all the 9 realms of Yggdrasil. Perhaps this Yggdrasil is not quite the same as the one I know. I guess we're not the only one who remembers it. Yes, if my memory serves me. Oh well, he is a world representative, so he should be able to remember. I was just in Tokyo, and now I am here. Could this be a dream? Nonetheless, I must see this world for myself. You have no idea how much Searcher's voice fucking hurts my throat. You there, dwarf. I take it you're a merchant. Will you show me your wares? I wish to make ready for a journey. Alright. Glad to do business with you. You know, I've been getting a lot of travels from Midgard lately. And that's great. As a result, business is booming. But if I do have one complaint. Come on! Welcome to Underbody Shop! Hey, can you not? This is my store. You can't just set up shop in my premises. You've got my back, right? You tell me, little bro. This is Tavern. Not only does my brother embody the very definition of beauty, but here's another dwarf of equal allure. Is he nosebleeding? Ah, dang it, Elwood. Whoa. Are those ears real? They're moving and everything. Oh, so you have ears too. Does that mean dwarves and elves are actually exist here? Then this really is the fantasy world. Cool. It's like I'm in a game or something. Or an isekai. Episode 1. Adventurer's Tavern. The Colosseum. You enter the Adventurer's Tavern. Welcome, traveler. This is the Adventurer's Tavern. What can I get for you? Oh, you're the owner. Cute waitress at 12 o'clock. Are you talking about me? Oh, please wait here. You're making me blush. I'm not, dear. I'm just in charge of keeping this place running. The real owner likes to run off on adventures whenever he thinks things are getting too peaceful. I guess some people never learn the hard way that it's dangerous out there in the world. But he's well past the age when he should have outgrown his child's adventuring nature. Maybe I should teach him a lesson. Anyway, I manage his business while he's gone because he's a good friend of mine, and because many depend on this place being open. Ma'am, I'm not sure it's polite to ramble up to customers. And Rory is on. I can totally attest to that. Seat him. One of the choices you'll never regret. Searcher, I need supplies. Dwarf, life is hard because of Searcher. I didn't ask the word. I can't. Yeah. Oh, of course, I'm sorry. Wait, when did they give their names? Yeah, they didn't give their names. They just said their name. Okay. Oh, of course, I'm sorry. Thinking about the bearded buffoon always gets me riled up. Let me start over. What can I do for you here? The other patrons of the tavern make no effort to hide the fact that they are eavesdropping, but the hostess, Linda, simply nods. Well, you're the talk of the town. Everyone knows that a very flustered hero has appeared in Midgard. In fact, I'm sure you're a hot topic in taverns around the world right now. Information travels fast in places like this. So, hero, mind telling me what brings you here? I don't know. I thought I'd stop by before setting out. I see. Your advice to swing by the tavern first. That's sound advice for any new adventurer. You were also told to recruit some traveling companions, yes? I hope you're not thinking of venturing out on your own. While it is a rare occurrence to encounter vicious monsters these days, you'll have to endure many other difficulties on the road. Looking for dads to sit for. You have to hunt for food, find shelter, build fires to stay warm, tend to your own injuries. And all this would be much better under the comfort of a larger man. And, I mean no offense, but you don't look like you've got much experience with any of those things, hero. So, here's some friendly advice. Find 2 dads who can keep you warm. I'm sure there won't be a lack of seasoned adventurers dying to join the hero of legend on his quest. For a balanced group, a warrior, a monk, and a sorcerer would be ideal. You. Did you say that you're the hero of Midgard? The speaker rises from a chair in the corner. He is over 2 meters tall, with red skin and a pair of horns growing from his temple. Pretty cool. I am Orgus, captain of the Imperial Guard of Valinor. I heard the word that the hero of legends has appeared in Midgard, and so came to bear witness on behalf of my homeland. The man strides across the tavern toward you. The other patrons quickly clear a path for him, lest his intimidating stare be turned on them instead of you. You look feeble as a newborn. The man grabs you by the collar of your shirt, lifting you off the ground with ease. Well, aren't you going to resist? Am I supposed to believe this is the hero we've been waiting for? Get lost in this fucking game. Hey, Dad number 1, I'm Dad. What's with that look? You dare underestimate me? Oh, what is this feeling? Just as I thought. What can a frail human hope to? The man abruptly lets go of your shirt, and you fall to the ground butt first. Ah! What was that for? What is the meaning of this? Have you and I crossed paths before? What is this strange sensation I feel? Where is this heart-rending pain coming from? Explain! You think picking up a date is literal? What? You dare assume I'm hitting on you? Do you take me for an oaf? I mean... Please step aside, Ogre Knight. Huh? Who are you towarding me about? Hey! Great hero, you seem to have cut your hand on a splinter in the floor, if I may. Lord, bless us with heaven's light. Bestow the healing breath of angels on this man. Bountiful! My hand! It's healed. Was that magic? Indeed it was. We call it thaumaturgy. Who are you anyways? Oh, he put the find and refind. Oh my, great hero I. Are they gonna show this fucking sprite every single time I make the Hori option? it's kind of unnerving. I'm prepared to offer the full set of my mate to you, but this is rather sudden. Of course, I should reintroduce myself. My name is Soul. I am a monk sent by the church to aid you in your travels. Here, let me help you. Up. Take my hand and... I'm sorry. I did not mean to flinch away from you. It's just that I felt something like lightning bolt course through me. I wonder, is this truly our first meeting? I cannot help but feel like I've known you for a very long time, in a game that was never translated into English. Okay, that's... My apologies for the confusion, great hero. I suppose I must be mistaken. Take your measurements in, what's it called? The number of radians relative to the circumference of my anus. Those kind of measurements. Hero with little Salonas, yeah. My apologies for the confusion, great hero. I suppose I must be mistaken. With that, Soul gently tugs your hands closer to his chest, addressing you in soft, soothing voice. Great hero. I can only imagine how disconcerting it must be to find yourself transported into an unfamiliar world alone. Even I am unsure why you have been summoned here in this age, when the Demon King was yet to rise. However, please rest assured in this knowledge that I, Soul, shall remain firmly by your side. Hold it, human monk! Captain of the Imperial Guard of Valnor, was it? What could you, who injured the great hero so unjustly, possibly have to say to me, his faithful servant? Is this how it turns out in the game, in the original game too? Just them finding him? Come, let us be off. Please leave everything to me, hero. Wait, look. I'm sorry for hurting the hero, but I can't just let you take him. I'm going to be the one to protect him. Your services are not needed at all. Whoa, am I really being fought over? What an arrogant statement. What an arrogant statement. As if I could, in all good conscience, leave the great hero in the care of a brute. So in terms of character design and characterizations, who's better, Soul or Orgus? Well, Soul is pretty unique with his squarish nose. It's pretty cute, but he does have that, what's it called, bomb syndrome with those abs. Meanwhile, Orgus seems to be like, you know, the red only done right, so they both got their perks. Wow, that is a terrible loop. Do you honestly think with a mere human like you can handle the duties that come with such a role, monk? Are you willing to try me, Guard Captain of Valnor? Incidentally, the first tank I'm leveling in Final Fantasy is a warrior. The first physical DPS is a monk, and the first what's it called? The first magical DPS is a black mage. They're actually going to fight? What should I do? I don't know who to root for. Should I stop my siding with one of them? If so, I should probably stand by the monk who healed my hand. That knight did apologize, and having someone strong to do the heavy lifting would really come in handy. It's been a while, but from what I've played, much of this event mirrors the first chapter. I see. Okay, well maybe I can stop them both at once. No way! What am I thinking? I've never even been in a fist fight before! Even though I have the sword. What am I gonna do? Off topic, but did LifeWonders say something about a second F Card event, or am I misremembering it? I believe F Cardi 2 crossover was confirmed from what's it called? They had some sort of interview with some other game article thing, and they released a schedule, and it didn't indeed confirm F Cardi. No. That was just the schedule separate. I believe in the bottom of the info page you'll get the F Cardi 2 news within the F Cardi 1 information.
You seem troubled, young man. Do you wish to stop their little squabble?
Oh, a classy gentleman.
Well, this is a first. I'm surprised by how happy that compliment makes me.
Okay, this face needs to go.
Perhaps this is how a father feels when a child looks up to them. Now, it seems to me that these two strangers locked in combat are a bit confused. The inexplicable sense of attraction they feel toward you is disorienting them to the point of challenging an apparent rival. Oh, great Earth, vessel of virility, I beseech you to embrace the universe as you embosom life and death. Could this be
a rite of retribution?
Lower your weapons, both of you. You're doing nothing more than showing our hero here.
Of course. Whatever is the matter with me? How could I have acted so disgracefully before the great hero?
Indeed. This behavior is unbecoming of a knight of Valor.
Please forgive me, great hero. It is most unlike me to allow emotions to get the better of me like that. I assure you.
You there, shaman. You have my sincerest gratitude for taming my barbarity. Don't mention it. I'm just glad nobody was injured.
Whew, that was intense. Glad that's over. Anyway, who are you? Are you a magic user too?
In a sense, I'm a shaman. My name is Bacchus. You just saw me use the shamanic rite, the rite of retribution. I am here to see the rumored hero legend for myself, and well.
Bacchus glances at your askins.
I can't explain it, but like these two gentlemen, I must confess I feel a connection with you as well.
More like everyone's making for the hero.
Strange, isn't it? We've only just met, and yet I can't shake the feeling that we're old friends from a game that was never translated years ago. What did you say?
Connection? What do you mean by that?
Aureus, soul, please do not worry. That game will never be translated. The fondness I feel for the hero is purely familial. I'll be his daddy, if you get my drift. It is much more akin to paternal affection than anything else. Good, I mean, so what? As if it ever is my concern. You make it seem as though I harbor scandalous feelings for someone I just met mere moments ago.
Indeed, I at least don't have such errant thoughts. Such impropriety would be very unbecoming of a monk of the church.
Well now, it appears this might be a far deeper issue than I'd originally thought. In any case, I have a proposal for you, hero. I cannot help but overhear your conversation. If you are in need of companions, perhaps you would consider accepting this humble shaman into your party.
Yes, yeah, fraternal papa. Are you serious?
To tell you the truth, I am traveling in search of the memories I have lost.
You mean, you've got some kind of memory loss?
Yes, until now, I've been wandering almost aimlessly. But now that I've met you, I feel like I've almost found my first clue. Perhaps, if I'm allowed to accompany you, I might come to find out more. What do you say? I would be delighted if you said yes. Hold on. If you're going on a journey, I should be the one to join you, hero. Ada! As captain of Valor's Imperial Guard, I must bear witness to the extent of your powers.
Oh, please, great hero, allow me to join you as well. For long have I devoted myself to training so that I might be worthy of serving you on my knees. Please! Okay, let's go at the same time, all four of us. I can't do this alone. I get to have my own personal harem.
Harem? What are you implying, you knave? If that is what you desire, then so shall it be. I would do anything for you, great hero. However, while I will respect your taste in partners, I simply cannot agree to this not joining your ranks. What? You imply I'm not good enough, human monk? It seems we're in for a lively journey, eh? Make sure you bring plenty of condoms.
Yeah, it's not like we already had a character that has amnesia in this game.
Alright, come on, let's get going. What are we gonna need to prepare? We'll need to accept the quest before venturing out into the world. Quest? With like a reward and everything. Alright, let's do this.
Soul is to hero as Snow is to Claude. A bit, yeah. You see it.
Indeed. Quests are what we call the many various tasks adventurers are commissioned, great hero. All sorts of people issue quests, from merchants to knights in this guard, even from the royal family. Had the Demon King been causing trouble, we might have been tasked with hunting down his monsters, but lately, the most prominent type of quest involves acquiring food and supplies from out of town and delivering them here. There are still monsters about, and while they aren't especially violent, it's unsafe out there for the average citizen. Thus, those who cannot defend themselves tend to hire adventurers to take on these tasks and compensate them for their work. For heading out on a journey, we're going to need ample supplies. Wouldn't hurt to have plenty of coin on hand either.
It's a good thing I grinded.
Yes, and you're going to need to pay for the damage you've caused here as well. Lena, be a dear and write up a bill for them. All these wrecked chairs and broken bottles are going to need to be replaced. Yes, ma'am. Oh, here you are, Sir Orgus. Sorry to have to do this. I'm the one who should apologize, Lena.
Is it Lena? It's probably Lena.
Lena, if I hadn't brought you along to my messenger, you wouldn't be involved in this mess. Oh, don't get your horns in a twist. If you haven't got enough on you right now, I can recommend you a few quests. Huh? Well, looks like we're going to be stuck here doing quests for quite a while. Well, let's get to it. This will be fun, right? No Demon King, no worries. Come on, let's get this medieval fantasy adventure on the road.
Well, at least he's enthusiastic. Can't believe I'm stuck with this kid. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Linda, why are you still here? We have debts. She was from the original game. I mean, there's like someone from the host of server that actually likes the girls. Something for the, the much neglected L of LGBTQ. That the L's unite between Linda and Lena. I can't believe our first horse ammo is a girl. Alright, episode 1, part 2. Whenever it's in parentheses, that's the protagonist, aka the one from our Tokyo, not the one from the hero's Tokyo. And it seems to be in this situation that we are privy to the thoughts and actions and feel in sync with the hero of the F彼world, but it seems that that hero is not reciprocally in tune with us. So we're kind of just like in it for the ride, eavesdropping, like Askins. Sorry, I've been playing too much Final Fantasy lately. No, Hero is just some other soul that, for some reason, we're in sync with them, but they're not related to the main story. You could say we're just like any of the souls inside the MC at the moment. I guess. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good analogy, I suppose. Are the other souls even conscious within us? I guess we wouldn't know. So that's a bit speculative. Like a non-canon soul for MC. Well, that's possible. Even though there are only 24 participating worlds, including Tokyo, but that doesn't bar other worlds from having their own exiles.
Monsters from the bushes, help! Monsters tend to prey on travelers who pass through here. But they've chosen the wrong party to attack this day.
Final Fantasy is nice. Hope 16 is great. I'm playing the MMO, so not quite exactly original to it. Holy shit, that is a shitty loop. The reason why they do shitty loops apparently is because their looping works differently between in-game and in battle versus in visual novels. They can't just switch from an intro to a loop. They have to play this ugly intro loop thing. Step behind me, great hero. I shall protect you with my life. Which is why also the battle seems to loop perfectly fine.
Back, vile monsters! Yeah! Alright, where to go, you two? Look out! Behind you, Ara!
Behind?
Oh, great Earth, vessel of virility, I beseech you to embrace the universe as you embosom life and death. Gigabind!
Bacchus' spell binds monsters behind you in place.
Yeah!
Not a moment later, Sol leaps between you and the monsters, keeping them at bay and displaying his agility as monk.
Now, Sir Gorgus. Way ahead of you, Sol. I
wonder if this is how the 23 souls of MC feels. Hearing stop simply for everyone MC and stays with Ophion MC. Bar today's. Orgus charges and mows. It's possible. Orgus charges and mows down monsters without missing a beat, using his great ogre strength to his advantage. And at the end of chapter 9, we did actually start reaching out to our other souls. That never amounted to anything in later chapters, but supposedly we have them in the same way like the avatar has contact with the previous avatars. The monsters scamper away. Nice close-up shot.
Are you alright, Ara?
Oh, great hero. Are you injured? Should I serve you so you on my knees again?
I'm all good. Thanks, you two. You're smothering me. So, I can see now that you're more than just talk. You saved my hide back there. Bacchus too.
Think nothing of it, and don't sell yourself short. It's clear you have more than earned your reputation as Imperial Guard Captain, which is why you received quite an underwhelming evo, while I received an amazing one.
I must admit, you and Bacchus are both powerful enough to be comparable to any ogre, especially after that evo of yours.
You three are amazing. Those terrifying monsters had nothing on you.
Never mind that. Some hero you are, anyway, at the first sign of trouble.
What did you expect? I've never been in any kind of fight before, let alone against real monsters.
Enough, Sir Orcus. I will not allow you to insult the great hero in my presence. Fine. But your coddling isn't doing him any good, Soul. On another subject, I'm surprised how long it took for us to pay off our bill at the tavern.
Oh good, we skipped through that arc. Well, forgive me for pointing this out, Bacchus, but it was you who drank the tavern's entire stock.
Right. Next time, pay with your own damn tab, shaman. You are correct, and I apologize for the trouble. It was simply impossible to control myself with such a splendid assortment of exotic beverages on sale. Oh, good grief. This is a dysfunctional party if I ever saw one.
Come on, you guys. Tell me how just get along. Let's not forget the bar fight, Bill.
Of course not. I haven't forgotten my contribution to our circumstances. But I wasn't myself that day. Yes, I too am still ashamed of my conduct.
On a brighter note, we finally paid off our debt, and we can have enough money to fund the first leg of our journey.
Indeed, it is time we left Midgard to gather information elsewhere. Since we also need to train our fledgling hero, I'd say our next destination is pretty well settled.
The Colosseum.
Sir Aureus, are you suggesting? I am. I can't think of a better place to train than where the strongest warriors of every realm gather. I speak, of course, of the Colosseum.
Yep.
Ooh, hype music.
Sometime later, after traveling a long distance to the west and leaving the human realm behind, you finally reach the Colosseum. This important landmark lies near the border between Valnor, Orgus' homeland, and Midgard. Warriors from every realm compete in the center of the circular building amid wild applause from the spectators.
Whoa! Check out that crowd! Is this place you guys were talking about?
It is indeed, great hero.
This is the Colosseum, where those who aim to be the best of the best own their skills against each other in combat. Each victory earns you rewards and rank, and you face ever stronger opponents as you advance.
Can't wait for Hero to get decked in the face with his unrumbling skill. Don't worry, just wait for fortunes.
Should you make it to the top, you'll be given the opportunity to challenge the champion of this Colosseum, Jormungandr. He is a warrior known by everyone, said to be a combatant of legendary prowess. That sort of challenge appeals to a lot of people, so it is no surprise that some of the strongest in the world gather here. Not only that, but among the spectators are merchants and representatives of the military, scouting for potential recruits. I've frequented this place myself in the past for that reason. Spent a lot of time training here too. Interesting. It would seem there are many objectives and intentions to play at here. Guess that accounts for the size and enthusiasm of the crowd.
Can't wait to that treating on face. No, he's not treating. But don't tell that, Darby.
Okay, cool. Well, what are we here for? Are you guys gonna fight or make us rich? Huh? Why would we? Have you not realized why we came all this way? The one doing the fighting will be you, Ara. Come again?
Also, I'm waiting for Housamo to add in Greek gods. Is there a world for that? If there's not, then they're probably never gonna add it.
Since this is your first time, let's start at rank 1. Of course, we expect you to advance beyond that. But I've never been in a fight before. Don't fret. Surrender is permitted if you're on the brink of death, and Soul here will heal whatever injuries you incur. You can count on me to keep you alive, great hero. Now, ready your sword, Ara. No point in delaying the inevitable.
We already have Hecate, I guess. Hecate? Hecate? I don't know. Oh yeah, face this because. You want Zeus, Ares, and Hermes. You're like getting too much media already. I like to focus on gods we've never heard of before. In fact, I'm so accustomed to these, less commonly known gods being added into Housamo that I was surprised when Shiva was added. It's just kind of weird, his existence in this game, considering he's like one of the 3 major gods in the original Hindu religion, I believe. Like Shiva the Destroyer, and Brahma the Creator, and Vishnu the Maintainer or something. Like, those are the Mega 3. It's strange including Shiva, because that's the equivalent of including, like, the Holy Father or Jesus Christ or the Holy Spirit into the game. As a guy who plays SMT, Shiva is very known to me. I mean, yeah, Shiva is exceedingly known. I'm just surprised it's in this game because, you know, everyone else seems to be, you know, not as commonly known. Like, who the heck is Hephaestus? Never heard of him before. Oh, here we are. Imagine if they added Jesus. Imagine all the Sims for Jesus. God, I can't already imagine it. Too many Twitter degenerates that would fuck that up. It's okay, Smoky God is basically the Buddha. I guess so. Isn't like the Buddha a person though? I'm a bit confused of the Buddha's status in that religion, Buddhism. Whether they're a person or a god or something. Excellent. I knew you had it in you, great hero. You're natural with that blade. Tavern blocks Zeus because of the regulation of only one. Oh yeah, that's right. I guess Zeus was in this game already. I remember that cutscene briefly, but essentially, they're like the main creators of the world or something. And then there's also, but most of them aren't in the main game as well because, you know, they have a representative to go for them. And then there's something that was the role and will prevent them going as well too.
This is crazy. It's like my body's moving on its own. Just as I thought. His combat senses are far beyond those of an amateur.
Incredible, isn't it, Sir Orgus? The great hero fights as though he's waded through countless battlefields. But even I must admit, that is peculiar.
Yes, his physique and endurance do not match the level of his skills. But what he has goes beyond talent. There is clear evidence of experience in his movements.
Oh, I think they're seeing me right now inside.
Almost as if the memories of battle fought are within him. What does this mean? Is this part of being the hero?
I'm not sure. As far as I know, such a thing has never occurred before. Perhaps this has something to do with the great hero losing his memories.
Well, at least we've confirmed that he's a real hero, and not just some eccentric making claims. His body may not yet be up to the task, but anything is possible with sufficient training.
Shinya with Cupid is the backup rep for Zeus. Yeah, something like that.
Let's just hope he's ready by the time the Demon King appears.
Indeed. The church is also the belief that it will not be long before he appears in our midst. It could almost be like he's right beside us right now. We will need to gather every scrap of information we can, however minute, and heed the signs that warn of his emergence.
Valnor is operating on the same understanding. That is why I was dispatched here. My current motivation, however, is that I'd rather not have to witness the young man be slain by the Demon King.
I second that. It is my greatest fear.
But this is absurd. Why do I even care what because of a young fool I just met?
To be honest, I'm confounded in my feelings as well. I do not understand why I am so drawn to him, and so drawn to service him on my knees. It's as if I knew him intimately in another life, but I have no memory of the events that bonded us. Only the feeling remain.
Is this something funny, Bacchus? Oh, not at all. I meant no offense. I'm just chuckling to hide how jealous I am.
Jealous?
Well, I have no memories to speak of. Nothing to validate my identity. It's just occurred to me that I've never considered how unnatural it must feel to have emotions that aren't tied to one's memories. I see. My apologies. I do not mean to be insensitive to your situation. Oh, not at all. If anything, I should be thanking you. It brings me joy to see how fond you are of Arda. Though, like you, I cannot explain why. Look who it is. Our hero has returned.
I thought it was a corner for sure.
You've done well, great hero. Are you hurt?
I'm okay, Soul. Thanks for being so nice to me. You're the best.
What did I say about calling, Soul? Listen, after a short rest, you're going back in there alone to fight for the next rank.
Seriously?
We need to improve your skills as soon as possible. You must be ready when the time comes.
Could you imagine Heracles and Hera talking? I'm not sure what you mean by the second Hera.
We'll be completing quests around here in the meantime, so don't even think about running away. Soul, help me! I'm sorry, great hero. I wish you the best of luck.
Rip.
Alright, I'm done for the day. Time to head home for some sweet dinner and a good night's sleep. Nice work out there today, Ara.
Thanks. You know, I've been sleeping pretty deeply lately. Guess pushing your body to the limit on a daily has its benefits, huh? Oh, hey. Are the other two out doing quests again?
They are. Apparently, they're clearing out the lists of the available quests in the CIA. By the way, have you looked in the mirror, lady? You're starting to look like a real warrior, Arda.
Really? Yeah, you're right. I'm way stronger now, aren't I?
Your confidence is well deserved. I'm not the only one who thinks so. You must have many admirers among the spectators here.
Looking around, you now notice that the majority of the crowd is gazing in your direction.
You're the hero of legend who appeared in Midgard, aren't you? You were incredible in that last battle. Could I get your autograph on my armor? Right here, where everyone can see.
Do you want my autograph? For reals?
You're quite the celebrity now, eh? I'll be waiting over there. Come see when you're ready to leave.
Well, I still want Ares and Hermes. Oh, I see. Maybe Hera, so everyone can recall her abyss in Housamo. Oh, you mean a bit, I see. Well, I, for one, am, like, open to the idea, but I'd rather just have more gods I haven't heard of before.
Hiya! You're quite the Mr. Popular, aren't you?
Help! Wait, huh? Your lips move soundlessly as though there's something you want to say, but the words are refusing to form.
Nice to meet you. I'm Apple. Popular peaks like us should stick together. Want to chat for a bit while I wait for my friend? Great. So, did you know everyone here is talking about you? How'd you get so famous? Come on, spill. I gotta know.
Well, it's part of my natural charm.
Oh, heck. That's such a cool one-liner. I hope I can say stuff like that someday. Thanks for chatting with me. I had a feeling you'd be easier to talk to. You kind of remind me of someone I know. Someone real important to me.
Something important?
Oh, really? Yep. So you're similar to a great friend of mine. I'm in another world.
Are you not from this world? I think it could be cool, I guess. God of Judgment or something. Goddess of Judgment.
I'd like to say I am, but it turns out I don't know much about my own home as I thought.
So, you're not sure?
What do you mean? Well, I'm originally from the realm of Alfheim. The truth be told, there are lots of nations I've never even heard of in Yggdrasil. So I'm sightseeing like it's my first time. Oh, and get this. 1 second, I was in this place called Tokyo, and then next I was here. Pretty weird, right? So I gotta find my way back. I mean, I didn't even get to tell Labor Kushi I was coming here. They You're probably mad that I'm slacking off my revision, but I just can't stop being trapped in dorms on weekends anymore. Tokyo? I'm from Tokyo too.
God is Wooden's battles and strategies, I see.
Really? I knew there's something about you. Well, so yeah, my friends are waiting for me in Tokyo, and you have people waiting for you. You have people waiting for you, huh? Ah, don't worry, Alf. You'll make it home. So, yep.
What was that all about? Yeah, what was that about?
Anyway, I've been trying to find out more about this world, so I'll let you know if I figure out something out. Okay, cool. Thanks so much, Ara. What a familiar name. Oh, here comes the friend I've been waiting on.
My apologies for the delay, Apostles of Dreams. I have returned.
How'd it go, Fenrir? Were you able to find your siblings?
No, but I found clues. Come, let us continue overcoming these tribulations and a quest for glory.
I don't know why you gotta put things like that, but yeah, sure. The crowd's gonna love my awesome breakdance kicks. Yeah, it was nice talking to you, Ara. If I find something useful, I'll let you know next time we meet. See you around.
Oh my god, my fucking voice. Did he ever tell Alpa's name? What's it called? No, I don't think so. Maybe Alpa introduced himself. I wasn't paying attention. It's too late now. He's interesting. Wonder what his deal is. Might be more to him than I thought.
Oh, right. Sorry, I almost forgot. I want to talk to you about something else too. Just sent. I knew it. I knew I smelled something familiar on you. You got the aroma of a dream demon. What is that? We dreaming demons devour dreams at night. We let ourselves into people's dreams and help them realize their desires. We can help ourselves to memories too, if we're feeling peckish. Anyway, I don't think you're a dream demon, but if you ask me, there must be one real close to you. Dream demons are pretty rare in Yggdrasil, so I was hoping you could introduce me if you knew one. Guess not, huh? Well, it's weird. This set gives me the feeling of something that was a dream demon once rather than an actual.
Help! What is keeping you? Our very own Ragnarok is about to commence.
Yes, I really should keep him waiting. See you later, Ara. A dream demon. Interesting.
I wonder if Alpa was smelling us.
You finished here? You were talking for so long that the other two are back now.
I'm so sorry I couldn't be there to congratulate you when you finished, great hero.
Zol, coddling, remember? And... Something wrong, Ara?
Nah, not really. It's just... I'm just a bit tired. Anyways, welcome back, you two.
Oh, great hero. Even when we are apart, you're always in my thoughts of me on my knees servicing you. You said you are tired, but you're not injured, I hope.
Looks like you've been working hard even without me pushing you. Good work. You've got a real warrior's physique now. For a human, that is.
Your muscles are going to need a proper massage before bed tonight to avoid cramping. Allow me.
Back off, Soul. I can take care of the hero's muscles. You really are beloved by all, Ara.
This is great.
I love you three so much. I might not want to go back to Tokyo after all. This is just too awesome.
Omoe wa mou shinderu.
What was that? It's like my mind was split in two.
Is something the matter, great hero? Are you hurt?
Nope. I'm just pooped.
Make sure you go to bed early tonight, then. We'll be leaving before dawn.
What? Well, we're leaving the Colosseum already.
Does this mean you've already figured out our next destination?
More or less. We've gotten all the information we could get from here, and it's helped us boil down our options to 2 choices. One is Fire Dragon Mountain, where a detachment of ships from Valinor are stationed. The other is the Sage's Tower, which is recognized by the church as its holy site. The moon is exceptionally beautiful tonight. The night is so sweet.
All is quiet. A man stands alone in the center of the empty Colosseum. His face, lit by the moonlight, is identical to Bacchus's. However, the impression given by this man's countenance is the total opposite of his twin. If one were to describe Bacchus, they'd liken his smile to that of the sun and call it shining or nurturing. Whereas this man's smile is as still and bewitching as the moon towards which it is turned.
Alas, if only you could see this moon, Bacchus. Such a shame that will never be. Yours is a different dream, a brighter and more blessed one. For while we may share a common past, the dreams we dream are different. Some people have dreams they cannot forget, while others have dreams they loathe to remember.
With these words, the face of the man who could have been Bacchus's twin twists into an expression the kind shaman would never wear. Yet, in the empty halls of the Colosseum, only the moon is present to bear witness to it. Oh boy. Episode 2, Part 1. Just a reminder, we are going to be finishing with the Episode 2, Part 2. The loading pitch black screen of death. No, this is just how it happens with every visual novel when I played it before. I usually just ask the usual stuff like, how's everyone's day been? Or some stuff like that, but honestly it's just... Oh, here we are. What? Did you just ask me of all people about a dragon? Oh ho, you'll pay for the information. Double if it's useful. Well, why didn't you lead with that? Hey, Nogrim, get some refreshments for our guests here. Making coin even in another world. Dragons have existed in this world since long before that demon king of legend. Oops.
They're ridiculously proud. Can't accept another as their equal. Oh wait, he's still talking. No. They're ridiculously proud. Can't accept another as their equal. No, siree. Not even one of their own kin. Well, that might have more to do with their natural tendency to devour each other's magic if they get too near one another. But that's besides the point. They're unbearable, always throwing their weight around and looking down on all the other beings. I mean, I guess it would be hard to feel any sympathy for the creatures that die off in less than a century. Oh, look! The only thing they show an interest in is in treasure. That's the only thing I see eye to eye with them on. And they live so long that they end up hoarding crazy amounts of valuables. They especially love treasures that stays unchanged over the centuries. Well, more like they don't care for any other kind. So, you know how you can brew elixirs capable of curing anything using the blood, sweat, or waste of a dragon? Well, dragons don't need those things, but they're made valuable to us, eh? So it's simple. Butter them up and offer them some shiny things. And get them to trade you with some of their bodily fluids for a nice new treasure. Pull that off and you'll make a fortune.
Bodily fluids, you say? I'll take a direct deposit.
Why do I know so much about dragons, you ask? Well, I suppose it's no secret. I'll tell you. I used to use the advice I just gave you to make a living in another world. I've done business with dragons plenty of times. But I don't go thinking I'm a swindler or a cheat. There's nothing wrong with profiting off things they don't even want. Still, can't deny I've gotten involved in some playing on dragons' love of treasure. Hreidmar and Fafnir. Those two not wanted my ring. I mean, I understand how anybody into jewels and riches would be captivated by it, but... The dwarf flaunts the gold ring on his fingers with an ostentatious sweep of his hand. This is the real deal. A truly unique treasure.
Oh, really? His ring is cursed, so I figured he'd want to give it away, but apparently not. Episode 2, Desert Grand Bazaar, Fire Dragon Mountain.
It's gone! My precious treasure, it's gone! My greatest jewel, the golden ring, is gone from the treasure vault.
Okay, this is Fafnir.
Who dare steal it from me? Wasn't my fool of a father, Hreidmar? Oh yes, it must have been. Ah, curses! Curse you, father! I shall drain you of your magic till you have not a drop of power to your name. Please calm down, King Fafnir. This might just be a...
The great Fire Dragon King spreads his wings and flies northward. You enter the Desert Grand Bazaar.
Wow, this place is packed with people. Interesting. So this is the famous Desert Grand Bazaar I've heard so much about.
Indeed, Bacchus. This is the cultural hub between Midgard and Valnor. Merchants come and go, leading donkeys loaded up with their wares. There are stores, stalls, and stands as far as the eye can see. The air is filled with the scent of scorched sands and the aroma of spices. It is a place for merchants traveling to and from the west of Midgard to mingle and trade goods.
We should stock up on supplies for our journey to Fire Dragon Mountain while we're here.
Fire Dragon Mountain? What's the deal with that place? Are we going there again?
The mountain is home to the legendary Fire Dragon King, Lord of Lizard Folk.
The dragon? No way! This place just keeps getting cooler!
Oh. None can match the magical prowess, and their sight is said to extend to the far reaches of the world. If something in this world has changed, their kind should know of it. The plan is to make our way over there and request an audience with the king to learn what he knows.
Right. But will that Dragon King really be happy to speak to us?
You're right. It's not as simple as waltzing in there. We must bring gifts and offerings to present with him with. Dragons tend to have a fondness for gold and jewels. So long as he's not in particularly bad mood, we should be able to expect a generous response from him. I've also heard that Fafnir is a relatively young dragon with an interest in foreign rarities. And what better place to find such things than in the Grand Bazaar? They've earned enough to able to afford a few fine trinkets, I should think. So that's why you took on all those quests. Exactly. I've been granted some funding by the military, but I cannot be wasteful with my expenses. What's more, I've heard the Grand Bazaar is crawling with miserly merchants who cannot be trusted to be fair. I'll have to take care to avoid being cheated in a deal.
Shall we split up for the time being then? I must go and report to the church. After that, I will make arrangements for lodgings and then rent a small personal errand here in the marketplace.
Alright, then I'll go collect our rewards for completing those quests on the way here. Then I might go get myself a drink. I can smell the rich aroma of the local brews from here.
He's gonna run us dry again.
Very well, I'll acquire the offerings for the Dragon King, and... Wait. Where's Zara?
Man, every new location is just more incredible than the last. Have you guys... Huh? Oh. I think I lost every... Ah, crap. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
That's quite alright, young man. But do try to watch where you're going. It's a busy place.
The warrior pats your head and strides off with a hearty laugh.
There you are. Don't go wandering off like that again. Stay close to me.
Come on, come all. Welcome to Anvar's shop, where its value is guaranteed. Baubles and trinkets, jewels and gems. Get your imported novelties right here. You thought I've got the proper authorization to do business here? Well, get a load of these documents proving my legitimacy. What's that? The documents name a different business? Ah, pshaw. Don't sweat the details. Come on over and check out the wares. Wow, these are real nice. I bet Linda and Lena would love these. I might even get a hug and a kiss if I send these along. Oh no, Housamo. The warrior admires the wares of the jewelry, then sighs in disappointment as he digs through his empty satchel. Ugh. I should have not taken that bet at that tavern. When will I learn to quit while I'm ahead? Guess I can't help getting carried away when the ladies start cheering me on. But the stakes just keep getting higher, and before I knew it, I'd lost it all. At least I snapped out of it before I gambled away my gear along with everything else. That must have been a scam, I swear. I'm never going to be taken advantage of again. That's it. From this day forward, I'll do nothing but honest adventuring work and become the best warrior in Midgard. Ruby with the source, so no. He's anything but Housamo, I see. If only he lost that more, then he would have lost his clothes, as well as maybe his, right to selfhood. I'll be a warrior worthy of praise, even in the eyes of... Hey there, warrior. Are you interested in my wares? Got a special someone waiting for you back home? Any one of these rings would make a perfect little gift. Apologies, my good man, but I'm a little short on money right now. I'll be back after I've done a couple of quests. Leopard, huh? Judging from your gear, you seem to be a warrior who knows his way around these parts. Well, I know this area like the back of my hand, for I am the great warrior Leopard. Oh my god, Ruby. I guess he'd make some more significant appearance in the story. That's, what's called, facultative rather than, what's called mandatory. Perfect. Actually, facultative doesn't mean mandatory, my bad. Perfect. What would you say if I told you I'm looking to hire a bodyguard who could also double as a guide? I'm after something that could be really profitable. If things go well, I'll even throw in one of these rings to sweeten the deal. But I'm guessing he's like one of your love choices that is, not just the main Orca's soul and all that. That sounds almost too good to be true. If you're interested, then let's get to working out the details. Come on, follow me.
We'll take this one, that one over there as well. You drop them for me, will you?
He isn't a love choice because he's taken. No. Is he taken by you? You stand in a high-end store selling luxury jewelry, which Orgus is quickly buying up.
That should do it.
Let's get back here to Solent.
What's that look for?
Nothing. I'm just a little blown away.
Blown away? By what?
Well, no offense, but I didn't expect you to know your way around a store like this. I feel pretty out of place, scared I'll drop anything on accident, but you...
Is there something wrong with that? Do you think less of me?
It's just surprising. Rich family?
Something like that. I was fortunate enough to be given a proper education.
Rip Irby. I had to learn
early on how to act so as not to shame my royal heritage, especially as potential heir to the throne.
You're a prince?
What am I saying? No, of course not. Forget what I just said. No. I will confide in you. I am brother to the king, Uluga, ruler of the United Tribes of Valinor. Due to some family matters, I was raised in a noble's residence outside the castle. This is known only to those who raised me, and a few select members of the royal family. A country requires only a single monarch. To say otherwise would only incite conflict. Still, I was given a proper royal education on the off chance that I would be called on to rule. Etiquette and appraisal of valuables were among the many things I had to learn. I have no idea why I'm telling you this. Hero of legend you may be, but this information is a closely guarded secret of Valinor. However, it felt right to tell you. I haven't known you for very long at all, and yet... Let us go. It is time for us to meet with Sol and Bacchus. Swear to me you'll keep what I told you between us. Can I trust you with that? Okay, but if you give me a hug. This fucking face. Oh, alright. Bring it in, Ara. Orgus gropes your ass without hesitation. It doesn't make any sense. I barely trust my own kid, but somehow I find it very easy to place my hand on your butt. Let's move. We shouldn't keep Sol and Bacchus waiting. Oh wait, was that... Alright, let's go. As you charge ahead, leading the way to the bazaar, Orgus pulls something out of his pocket, a small ring. He stares at it, his expression unreadable, cupping it in his massive hands until... There's no need to run, you'll end up tripping on... See? What did I just say? Orgus tucks the ring carefully into his pockets before striding over to you, grumbling. Under his breath. Okay, thank you, game.
Alright, here we are in the Fire Mountains to meet Fafnir. You enter the Fire Dragon Mountain.
The Volnir outpost should be just up ahead. Should rest there for a moment and gather what information we can before moving on. So Valinor considers this mountain to be strategically significant, does it? Yes. For Valinor, this mountain is far more than just a border. The Fire Dragon King is capable of wiping entire nations off the map on a whim. He is a far bigger threat than any human or orc. The dragon's blood and sweat are used to cure all elixirs, while their skills can be used to forge powerful armor. There are many who are prepared to do whatever it takes to acquire such treasures. It never ends well for them, however. That is why the Imperial Guard has sent a detachment of troops here to keep an eye on the Fire Dragon King and his...
What was that? An earthquake?
Did you hear that? The scream came from over there. Follow me.
What the hell was that? Is that Dragon King throwing a tantrum or something? If he's in a bad mood, we'll go a bit beyond a tantrum, I'm afraid. He can decimate entire hillsides in a fit of pique. The Fire Dragon King Fafnir is simply that powerful. We'll need to tread carefully.
Did you say
Fafnir? The Fire Dragon King you were talking about is Fafnir! It's a tongue prisoner and whoever's riding him.
No? How can this be?
We reached the outpost only to find that it has been completely destroyed. You can see several troops lying around, among the rubble, who are likely injured by the landslide.
Captain Orgus, what are you doing here? This is Lieutenant in charge of our outpost. What happened here, Galahad? Report.
Yes, sir. The Fire Dragon King Fafnir. He's...
No! Get down now!
Ah! It's raining fireballs!
Look, something's flying this way. Where is it?
Curses! Landmark's magic is raging up a storm within me. Ah! A massive shadow sweeps overhead, shooting fireballs in all directions and bellowing maniacally. He is clearly not targeting the troops of or your party, but the landslides he creates as his fire rage gouges the mountainside are no less deadly. That's the dragon!
Yes, that does appear to be the Fire Dragon King, although clearly not in his right mind. I doubt he'd accept our offerings. Alright, everybody, get behind me. We're going to push through.
Surprisingly, the story is actually more sensical than the usual event stories we got.
Begone, Fafnir, you fool.
Silence! This is your last warning from the wretch who once called himself my father. Return the gold ring you have stolen from me.
What nonsense is this?
Need I remind you that you stole that ring from me to begin with? I've not seen that blasted thing since. Who else but you could have stolen treasure from me? Who would even dare?
The event story gets complicated later on and may confuse. Oh boy.
If you insist on feigning ignorance, then you leave me no choice. I'll devour your domain of Niflheim and its dragon veins, the source of your power. Speak the truth now, or else I'll drain you of every...
Cease this folly. You know the consequence of attuning yourself to another dragon's vein. This is exactly the sort of thing we'd hope to avoid by holding these conferences on draconic jurisdiction. The rule is one dragon king per realm. If that basic principle is broken... What is this? What is happening to me?
Is he gone? That was scary, but that dragon kind of looked like he was in pain. Did something happen to him?
There you are, Ara. Sol and Bacchus have finished tending to the wounds and are resting now. As Imperial Guard Captain, I must thank you for assisting them, but you look troubled. Is something wrong?
I still can't believe it. That monster was the Dragon King. I think he was looking for something.
He's not normally like that, I assure you. Well, I have heard he has a temper, but he's been an object of worship among us ogres for centuries. Normally, it would take some truly abhorrent conduct for him to fly into such rage. But the troops haven't had any confrontations with Dragon King, nor have any of them been fatally harmed. It's very strange, but coming into contact with the Fire Dragon King's magic has afflicted them with some sort of fever. Those without an ogre's vigor, inherent magical resistance, or some other special power won't recover without treatment. The troops mentioned that there is a spring inside the dragon's lair atop the mountain that possesses restorative properties. But I'm not sure we'll be ever able to get anywhere near it, what with the Fire Dragon King in that state. And what a state it was. He seems completely unaware of his surroundings. It baffles me still. Even Gala said he's never seen him act like that before. Just what could be the matter with him?
Shall I tell you, Sir Orgus? That tantrum is a result of two things that mustn't exist in the same space, being forced into a single being. Oh, it's him.
Who's there? Show yourself. You!
Bacchus?
It would seem that introductions are in order. I am Necros. I am the being who floats to the surface of the vessel you know as Bacchus come nightfall.
Does Bacchus have a split personality?
We are two beings who cannot exist simultaneously. Thus, I awaken when Bacchus sleeps. So Bacchus has a body during the day, and you control it during the night. Yes, I suppose that would be the least confusing way to view it from an external perspective. However, as you might imagine, it is a more complex issue for the two of us. After all, only one identity contained in a vessel, whether that vessel be a body or world, can be observed at any one time. It is quite difficult to perceive conflict and friction upon occurring within a vessel from the outside. The basic principle is that only one identity can present itself at a time. And this applies to worlds just as much as it does individual beings.
Necros glances at you and narrows his eyes for a moment.
There are sorcerers in the Royal Court of Valinor as well. Their kind always makes my head hurt. Necros, a moment ago, you mentioned you knew something about the Fire Dragon King's rampage. If you know why this is happening, I would like to hear your reasoning. Of course. As a being has existed since time immemorial, I know many things. From what he is shouting, I gather he consumed some of his father's magic. As a result, he is likely experiencing immense physical pain. It is not so different from food poisoning.
The magic of his kin simply does not agree with him. He consumed his father's magic? What does that even mean?
I suspect he forced his way into his father's ethereal realm and devoured the magic of the dragon veins there. Dragons create their physical forms by consuming the magic that flows through the air and through the dragon veins in the earth. In other words, their forms are part of the fabric of the heaven and earth that's seen them. There is even a legend that purports that this world was formed from the sundered body of a dragon. However, only one dragon is meant to exist in each realm. The Demon King Hreidmar and the Sea Serpent Jormungandr have elected to remain in their respective realms accordingly. Dragons must live apart from one another, even if they are kin. Otherwise, well, you've seen what the consequence is. The body of the Fire Dragon King is currently besieged by two dragons who claw and tear through the fiery fibers of his being. After all, dragons are creatures that cannot be contained within a vessel to begin with. Enough of this tedious talk. In essence, I gather it's all to do with the laws of magic. That doesn't get us anywhere. One question. Why have you appeared before us, Necros? And are you friend or foe? That is two questions, I believe.
In the face of Orgus' interrogation, Necros merely smiles enigmatically. Oh my god, my back hurts. I'm gonna lay down. My back. I'm bending in front of my mic for like 2 hours in a row. No thanks. Okay, and now we will continue with the last part for today, episode 2, part 2.
Here we are. Known only to a select few, the ring Orgus keeps in his pockets is proof of his right to the throne of Valinor as legitimate heir. It is said its brilliance is imbued with healing magic so as to sustain the life of its royal bearer. Amid the ongoing conflict between the various tribes, this ring has quietly protected its wearer from disease and assassination attempts. Though Orgus has held this ring for as long as he can remember, he has only gradually come to understand the significance of it, and indeed, his own birth. He now knows why the decision to expel him from the royal family was made. And also why, for the sake of his country and its people, his frail younger brother was left as the only heir apparent. Since learning of this, two emotions have been at war with him. Pride in his royal lineage, secretly fostered through his education, and the weight of knowing that he was abandoned by his own parents. In his youth, Orgus could not help but wonder, why was I the one expelled? What did I have to be abandoned? It did not have to be me. Why was I the one? However, when Orgus reached adulthood, he joined the Valinor Imperial Guard, which serves to protect Valinor's ruler and their loyal subjects. For he has come to believe that, as the elder brother, it is his responsibility to take on the role of the protector. Especially as he was born with such a hardy, gifted physique. And so, Orgus bid farewell to his weaker, snivelly self. He forced himself to endure grueling training, working hard to prove himself to those around him until he rose to the position of captain. Then, what news of the legendary hero's appearance reached his ears, Orgus finally understood what he must do. If the legend was true, it would surely not be long before Demon King rose again, giving him the opportunity to destroy every last one of the world's nations, including Valinor, and bring doom upon all the people of the world if left unchecked. Believing he was born to protect, Orgus swore to rid the world of this terror, even at the cost of his own life. The ceremony arranged for Orgus to send him on his journey to aid the hero was a very simple affair. This was more than enough for Orgus, who would have been happy to pack his things and leave without so much as a word of farewell. Still, those closest to him, in particular the guardians who had raised them, had insisted on doing something in his honor, and Orgus could not deny them their chance to say goodbye. Among those who attended the affair was a young ogre boy, the son of the family that raised him. He stared up at Orgus all throughout the ceremony, eyes shining with admiration, and Orgus ruffled his hair affectionately. But why? Why is he protected when I was not? How is he any different from how I was? Is it just me, or did that boy look like Duo? The words welled up, unbidden, from within him, and were sobs in the voice of his younger self. However, Orgus chose to ignore that voice, just as he had every other time it had cried out within him. Not a flickering of this inner turmoil showed on his face, for Orgus always conducts himself as a strong and unshakable guard captain should. And there is not a doubt in his mind that this is all it is expected of him. Listen here, parasite who infests the body of Bacchus. Necros, was it? State your intention. Are you an enemy to us, or to the Demon King? You think I'm a parasite to this body? Then you claim that Bacchus is the parasite and you are the true identity. True identity? Indeed, which one of us was it? I simply cannot recall.
I'm warning you, Necros. If you value your life, you had better not lie to us.
Oh, come now. Must we speak on such trivial matters?
I really don't care who's on whose side or who is the true identity. You're boring me half to death here. That is not a valid response. There has to be a reason for all this. A meaningful reason.
Orgus.
Very well. If it will help alleviate your inner turmoil, I shall answer you honestly. Though I hope you realize that such questions are pointless. They shan't get you anywhere. I am, in essence, one who cannot oppose another or possess any identity of my own.
You can't. What? What do you mean by that?
It is not a riddle. There's no need to read anything into it. Just take the words verbatim. The being you see before you, that is Necros, is not permitted to accomplish anything of note. Nothing is expected of me. I am little more than a ghost. I am Necros. Humbly yours, and nothing more. However, even a shadow crammed into the vessel can become real if given a name and free will. The bonds I share with the one who gave me this name allow me to manifest in this world. For now, this name, Necros, is the only thing that makes me real. And so, I am free. I am not bound to fulfill any duty or charge. I simply exist.
So then, why do you suddenly choose to reveal yourself to us? Necros turns and grins at you, though he doesn't answer your question.
Exactly. You stayed quiet all this time, and now you show up out of the blue and offer us information. That makes me wonder, why now?
It seems to me you just have some ulterior motive.
I hope you will permit me to say only this. I am searching for a way to bind myself, without being forced into any duty or charge. You see, living in this form, I've come to realize that freedom is a truly horrifying thing. And now I understand why all living things willfully pursue the chains that bind them. I'm neither sorcerer nor scholar. I have no time or patience for your philosophical debates. I'll ask you again, and I expect a straight answer. Are you our enemy, or are you an ally of the Demon King? I cannot say just yet, for whether I become friend or foe is entirely up to you. If the world so wishes, I'll be the bane of all living things in this world. What? Does that mean you're? Nay, I am not the Demon King. He exists elsewhere. What's this? You know where the Demon King is? Answer me, Necros. Another night, perhaps. Unfortunately, your time is up. We shall meet again, Orgus. Ara. Where am I? Is that you, Orgus? And Ara? Balkus, you've returned.
It was only then that you noticed the morning sun glowing just over the mountains. Fafnir is gone now, right? Let's get what we came here for and get out. Do you really intend to enter the Fire Dragon's King's Nest uninvited? Oh, come on. It's not like I'm going to rob him of treasures or anything. I'm just going in to pick up some shed scales and anything else he's left behind. Dragon scales can be used to forge powerful weapons, and if we can jar some bodily fluids, we'll be able to sell them as the elixirs. Bodily fluids. This is where we make or break, Leopard. Do you want to be an adventurer of great renown or not?
Of course I do. You're right. This is my chance. I'm not going to languish in obscurity forever.
Now, if I can pull this off, even that worrywart barbarian will have to admit my worst. Okay. Huh? You reach the summit of the Fire Dragon Mountain. We made it. And it doesn't look like the Fire Dragon King's noticed us yet. After leaving Galahad and the other injured troops to rest at the mountain's base, you and your party embarked on a steep trek to the summit. The wounds those troops incurred were not serious. However, they've been exposed to more of the Fire Dragon's magic than their bodies can handle. Unfortunately, thaumaturgy cannot heal them. We're going to need an elixir brewed from a dragon's blood or sweat. According to ogre legend, dragon's nests contain springs in which they bathe. We should be able to get what we need from there. Don't know how I feel about barging in here like this, but it was his actions that forced our hands. Hopefully you'll understand. Alright, let's split up and search for that spring. We must finish our business here before the first Dragon King returns. The Fire Dragon King. Somebody help! What the? I thought we were alone here. See? What did I tell ya? I just knew something like this wouldn't happen. Now what do we do? Oh, why is he gotta be so stingy? All I wanted was a little spring water. And bodily fluids. Well, there's Fire Dragon King, and it looks like he's got some adventures in his sights. Is that an Anvari? Orgos considers the situation unfolding before him. A human and a dwarf in peril. Neither one a loyal subject of Valnor. Upon closer inspection, he gathers from their garb that one of them is an adventurer from Midgard, and the other a merchant of Svartalfheim. The Fire Dragon King has yet to become aware of your party. It would be extremely dangerous if he were to spot you. He is not a foe that any one of you can combat. The hero could easily fall, and then there would be nothing to stop the Demon King from destroying the world. Besides, if these two were fool enough to anchor the king, likely through trickery or deceit, were they even worth helping? And if things were to go badly and the situation escalates further, the Fire Dragon King could easily destroy the world before the Demon King has a chance. Orgus ponders all of this, hesitant to aid the two men in mortal peril. Before he can come to a decision, however. Stop! Yate aru? Ara! No! Seconds before the dragon's claws into the three of you. Huh? What? Whoa. A dark figure dashes forth like a gust of wind, scoops you all up, and swiftly carries you out of reach. I've got them! Now, Doga! Right! Following quickly behind your rescuer, a barbarian warrior strides forth and crashes his hammer into the dragon's abdomen. The Fire Dragon King is sent flying, apparently caught off guard by the inhuman strength behind the blow. Ah, blazes! That was close. Who are all you people? Doga! What are you doing here? Dogo, fall, Leo. Leo, weak. Doga, worried. So these are friends, eh, Leopard? How's it you always end up saving me? I thought I'd get to prove myself capable this time for sure. And I told you to call me Leopard, not Leopard. And who's this goat you have with you? Have you formed a new party without me, Doga?
No, he follow me. He say Doga look like old friend. But Leo is best friend of Doga, so no worry, it okay.
Don't be ridiculous. You're making it sound like I'm jealous. Of course I'm not worried.
Are you right, young man? I hope I didn't hurt you when I pulled you out of the way. That foolhardiness of yours, excuse me, I mean that valor of yours, reminds me of an old friend. Not only that, but something about you reminds me of an acquaintance of mine in Tokyo. In short, I'm very glad I was able to save you. Very glad indeed. Well, do you consider joining me for dinner sometime? How do you feel about stew?
Ara, why? Slightly removed from the group, Orgus agonizes over his moment of indecision. He tries to tell himself that he froze up, but he knows the truth. He had chosen not to act. He had paused to weigh up his options to consider the pros and cons, rather than to rush to the raid. How could he lament being neglected himself when he so easily chose to ignore another's plight? How could he now bemoan not having protected when he had failed in his duty to protect? Little duo. Orgus feels the eyes of his younger self upon him, staring at him accusingly. A shiver runs through him as the burning graze seems to pierce his very soul.
Captain Orgus! Galahad, what are you doing here?
To Orgus' astonishment, Galahad is crawling toward him on all fours, his skin flushed bright red from the fever brought on by the dragon's magic.
I wanted to give you this. It's been with you up since Valor gifted it to the previous lieutenant. Is that? Oh, curses. What does my old leg one have to hack up now?
Uh-oh. This one's coming straight for us! Ah! Haha, done hit. Okay.
No, it did hit. It just hit you for only 1.1% of damage.
Thanks, Orgus. You saved us. Where'd you get the iron armor?
You're a damnable fool, Ara. What were you thinking rushing in like that? You can't even defend yourself.
I couldn't just do nothing.
Left to your own devices, you wouldn't last a day without getting yourself killed. You're brave, or recklessly so. I'll have to protect you.
Orgus produces a pair of rings from his pocket.
I've been told these are rings imbued with healing magic. They might come in handy for life or death. I would like to give one of them to you. Will you accept?
Is this a proposal?
Take it however you like. Just put it on.
The ring shines on your finger, appearing to resonate with its twin, bathing the vicinity in a warm glow. The gentle light heals the cuts and scratches on everyone it touches.
Ah! Here it comes! Get behind here!
Ugh, my pinky hurts. I actually hold, like, my entire phone was, like, from the base was my pinky. And the rest of my fingers and thumb I used to, like, bounce it and interact with the actual screen. And, you know, holding it for 2 hours, it feels like it's about to fall off the rest of my hand.
God of White, bestow us with a shield of light and protect us from evil. Magic shield! Oh, great Earth, vessel of virility, I beseech you to embrace the universe as you embosom life and death. Gigabind!
With the help of Soul and Bacchus, Orga shields you and others from the Fire Dragon King's attacks. Nice.
Orgus!
I know what to do. You see not one, but two figures. The Fire Dragon King and another entity. Oh, we're gonna rend in. You recall Necrus's words from the night before.
However, even a shadow crammed into a vessel can become real if given a name and free will. The bonds I share with the one who gave me this name allow me to manifest in this world. Fafnir!
For a moment, you think you see the dragon before you quiver. As he does, the blade in your hands begins to shine. The magic of the solar dragon, severed from its host, dissipates into the air and earth, like a breath of mist.
Huh? What's going on here? You there? What's that you got? Ah!
The first thing the Fire Dragon King notices when he comes to is a dwarf attempting to slink away with a massive pack on his back. However, it is not the pack that draws his eyes, but the golden ring on his dwarf's finger.
That's it! That's the ring! That golden ring is mine! What? Ah, crap. Come on, let's book it, Leopard. Catch me if you can, Dragon Man.
And Vari scampers off in great haste, Leopard hot on his heels.
How does it come to this? I'm never taking a job with you again, dwarf. Leo. Doga, don't leave me behind. Is it over? Does this mean the troops down at the outpost will be safe? Can I put on some new clothes now? More importantly, I misjudged you, Ara. You've shown me a side I did not expect you to have.
Orgus, did you hit your head or something? The ring still shines on your finger, resonating with its twin on Orgus's. You can feel its healing light envelop the two of you in a cradle protection. Anyway, boy, am I glad that's over with. No idea how I did it, though. Somehow, you saw two where there was only one and rent the space between them with a power you didn't know you possessed. You almost can't believe it was you who did it. It was as though someone acted through you. Does that mean I've got another personality in me too? Without even realizing it? My legs. That's over. I don't think I can. great hero.
After all that impressive swordplay, he crashes like a newborn babe. How precious. Yes, it is. A bit. Still, after that display, I'm finding it easier to believe that he's the legendary hero fated to save the world.
Ogre smiles down at your sleeping form and gently caresses your butt cheek. A smile like his hasn't graced his features in a long time. It is so bright and cheerful as to rival the clear blue sky stretching over the mountain. It's ending there. That's abrupt. Okay, so the next part, episode 3, part 1. Episode 3 actually consists of 4 parts, and I'll be covering that tomorrow at the same time at 3 p.m. But for today, that is the end of the stream. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Thoughts on the matter? Yeah, the story is a lot more consistent than event quests stories usually are. I mean, the beginning was a bit hackneyed in terms of how they got in the beginning, but what do you expect for a crossover? But yeah, you know, there was a fight going on, then they stuck inside, or one of them stuck inside, and the other just got pulled in, and now they're taking the roles there, which is, you know, there's a precedent for it. Something similar happened in Kanon. And now we are living in the realm of Midgard or Yggdrasil, within the mind of a hero. And we live in a time of peace when the King of Darkness isn't yet present or available yet. Yes, and we're just going adventuring because there has been tale of a hero that will one day vanquish that evil that has not showed up yet. And we are getting information on that, which is why we went to the dragon in the first place. So yeah, the story is very consistent, and, you know, it's not formulaic either. There's a progression happening. It's not just the same thing every episode, but with different characters, which is nice, for sure. With that said, I'm a bit worried about what Prisma is saying in terms of it getting complicated later, so we'll just have to see about that. But yeah, again, thank you for joining me. That concludes the stream. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I will have a good rest for the rest of the day. See you guys later. Bye-bye.